points in the game.
Between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, look, and now the hit knocks it loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. Boy, you can go down the list of classic endings in this series, and last year we had one with the Canes pulling it out.
And Miami was the one who got to celebrate because they eked it out, they got the close win, and more importantly, Palmer, they got to brag for a year about beating their in-state rival, Florida State.
And they're hoping they can do that for another year. And they know that this is going to be another dogfight. This is simply one of those games at the start of the year. Miami, Florida State, you know someone's winning, but it's not going to be by a lot of points. Miami's hoping.
Oh, he found a space on the right. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical third down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Florida State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Quarterback adapting. Unleashes one. Finds his man. It's Robinson. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Makes the catch. It's Davis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Right on target this time. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Noles have their offense in high gear. That's caught. It's Hayes. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy.
Touchdown, Florida State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Makes the grab. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll start this drive at their own 48. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give to the fullback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
To the air, it's Sperry. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Knowles! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Crosses the 30. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Second down, he'll throw it. Running into the open space. Turning it on. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Wants to throw on third down. Quick strike complete. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Canes want to move quickly.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Finds the tight end. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. And the Hurricanes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Lyle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
You know, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida, Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players, so it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Sperry. Under fire. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Intercepted to stop the threat. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense. Making side adjustments here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure coming. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Got his man quickly. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida State.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his guide.
Touchdown Seminoles! Fitted in the window for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 2nd half. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Throws for the tight end. He's got him wide open. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
Caught over the middle, it's Hayes. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Seminoles are on the move. the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Haven't seen a lot of that in this game so far. This offense has been clicking on all cylinders, lighting up the scoreboard, high level of execution. They were looking good on this drive until that play right there. And finally, the defense is able to make something positive happen for themselves on a critical third down.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through. It's still an 18-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To the air, it's Mendoza. Fires deep on the run. Makes the catch down the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? On the run, it's Lyle. Breaks into the open. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Odom. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to the ground game on the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Canes will hustle to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Hurricane! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Got enough for the first down. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll run it from the gun. Turns it on in midfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. He'll take it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got it. First down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. There he goes.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Southern Miss went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Golden Eagles team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Noles! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. The give from the gun. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Lyle. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Unloads to the right. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Snagged in the middle. It's Gilbert. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun. Wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
35, Miami.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.